So Claude Fable 5 recently relaunched, and I've used it to build you something and giving it away for free today. It's a tool that writes your Upwork applications for you. And here's why. I take 5 to 10 calls a week with Upwork freelancers asking for support, and it doesn't matter who's on the other end of it. At some point, every single one of them asks me the same question. How do I actually apply? What do I put in the proposal? So I built the answer. I didn't build this on best practice. I built it on my own applications. The real ones, the ones that actually got sent and actually won projects that generated me $500,000. These are pulled straight from my Upwork account. If we go through some of these, for example, this one here, this is a great project. It was a great client as well. This one made me $17,500 nearly. Real job, real client, real money. And those applications are baked into the tool. You never see them, but every single thing that it writes for you gets forced into the shape of ones that actually closed. So you're no longer guessing at what wins because I'm handing you what already did. Before I show you anything, you do not need to pay for Fable 5 to use this. It's built around Fable 5 because it's the newest and it's the most reliable at two things: holding a long, strict set of instructions without drifting and actually checking and proofreading its own work. If you paste the same thing into a cheaper model or a free one, you'll get a strong application out of it. What you lose on a lesser model, the Recon is a little bit shallower and the self-check is less trustworthy. That's it. I'm telling you that because I'd rather you use it than not use it. So the webpage isn't AI technically itself. You provide it with the Upwork job post, your background and receipts, so any of your work history, the client link, if the information is available in the job post, put it in. You simply then hit build my prompt and it uses my $500,000 of experience in order to create you a prompt that you then paste into, in my case, Fable. But if you don't have paid access to Fable, use whatever LLM that you use. This is the ecosystem, however, that it kicks off. Now, the thing about this ecosystem and what's important is it's speedy. It's ready in about 2 minutes, under 2 minutes a lot of the time. It just depends on the information you provide it with. It goes away, it does the analysis of the business, which is the Recon. It checks your receipts, the information that you've provided it with, in order to be able to match it directly to the job post to help you. And then the real sweet stuff is here: self-check and repeat. This self-checks itself and then repeats the process over and over until it meets a grade of a standard that my job posts that have made me $500,000 on the Upwork platform meet, which is something that you cannot do handwriting or using AI, generally speaking, because you don't have access to what all of my applications look like. Well, you do here, that have closed into jobs. So, very quickly, this is you applying. You then use the tool and you paste into Fable or whatever LLM you choose the output of AI tool that I've created. So the job, the brief, any screenshots, the URLs, anything. It goes away, does the client recon. It does the client analysis, looks at the vision of the business, web research, for example. And then it moves on to the critical 2 steps, which is the match and draft. So it will draft an application that it's going to spit back out to you with the best proof and your voice inside of it. But it then runs this ecosystem that goes round and round and round, and it rewrites itself until it passes. You can see it there. Well, what is that? It's a self-check ledger. So it's using my $500,000 of experience on the Upwork platform to grade your application against the rubric, against the bar that is set. And until the Fable 5 or whatever AI you're using is happy that it meets that criteria, it will not give you an answer. That is the true power. The analysis, the vision, the web research could be done if you just stuck a screenshot and a URL into Fable or any LLM. But what you can't do is tap into my $500,000 of Upwork experience. Once the proposal is ready, which this AI tool does, you can copy and you can send it. But I don't stop there. What I also do, I've uploaded my Loom transcripts from every successful project that I've won where the Looms were there. Not every one of them, but I uploaded a significant amount of transcripts and I've put them into the AI tool. So you will also be spat out a full script for a 60 to 90 second Loom, and all you have to do then is work on your cadence. How you're going to apply for the job with confidence to be able to get them to, when they're watching it, to buy into you. That's all you have to do. Everything else is taken care of at a benchmark that sits at a $500,000 Upwork profile. Right, all right, let's jump into the tool. We've covered the theory, let's look at it live. So this is the input. There are 3 boxes here. There's the job post, which you obviously change every single time you generate a prompt. There's your background and receipts, and the client's links, which is here. If the business is available, put it in. If not, leave it blank. This second box, though, is the key, and this is where people get it wrong. Dump everything in here. Every result, every number, every niche. The more receipts you give it, the better it aims, the better the output. So you hit build, and it will generate you a Fable prompt. If I load my example, because it already has my information. You don't want to see me write it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this actual job post from this morning. I'm going to paste it inside of here so that it matches an actual job post now. Build my Fable prompt, copy, and then I'm going to open Claude. And this is Fable 5 that I'm using, as you can see. I paste it in and I just hit shoot. And I'll be back with you in a sec. That literally took 30 seconds, okay? And when we look at this, we have the application message, which is here. So scaling e-commerce stores to profitable ROAS is how I built a 14-year career. 140 million in ad spend managed and 1.1 billion generated. A large chunk of that is product-based e-com. Straight to the point, captures the attention. We'll go through the job post in a moment. See personalized Loom, which is pretty standard. Merchant Center feed optimization, shopping PMAX tracking. This is my bread and butter. And I'll structure it granularly so every pound is accountable. I'm a Google Premier Partner and top 1% on Upwork. Top 0.1% Google Ads specifically, so you're not gambling on this hire. Does today or tomorrow work for a call? It then gives us a full Loom transcript, 60 to 90 seconds spoken. How long is this? 1 minute 10. So yeah, it's a shorter one, 70 seconds. And this is very brief, over $500,000 earned. For a store like yours, everything starts with the feed. This is true. This is definitely based off of a one job, because that's a big problem in my industry for e-commerce businesses. Conversion tracking is always an issue for me in terms of like the clients. They don't have proper tracking set up and integration. Drop me a message. I'd love to know more about the store, your margins, and where you want to take it, and we'll go from there. My name is Michael Elliott. Speak to you soon. Perfect Loom transcript. I would stick that, or I'm going to in a moment, into my Elgato prompter and fire it off. You've got an output here, which is small in terms of its output, but the power behind it is incredible. That has used the majority of my closed projects, Loom transcripts, and experience in order to be able to generate that. You can trust that that application message has a high chance of getting opened because it's from all of the one jobs. Like, even that impresses me. If we look at the job post, we run a Shopify e-com store selling footwear online, looking for an experienced Google Ads manager, initial setup, ongoing management, run optimized campaigns for a profitable ROAS, Shopify stores. It pulled all this information, Merchant Center, product feeds. It tapped into all of that information exactly like I tell you to. It took the key and core pain points and it used them in the application message that it gave us back and in the Loom that it used in terms of what we're going to screen share and send to the client. The application, the Loom, everything leads with them, not you or I, and that is key. It follows all best practices. I'd be more than happy to send that off. That is critical, and that's it. That's the whole thing. You're not firing proposals into the void anymore, hoping one lands. You're turning up already understanding the client's business with the receipts to back it up and a video that nobody else has sent with that level of detail from a $500,000 profile background. The tool is free. The link is in the description on Gumroad. It costs you an email and nothing else. It's yours to keep. Run your next real job through it before you send another application. Like, subscribe, because I take 5 to 10 of these calls a week and I put what I learn from there on here. No theory, no fluff, just my experience and other people's information. If you've enjoyed this video, go and check this one out. I'll catch you in the next one.